My girlfriend said at dinner with her friends, he's just a placeholder until someone better comes along. I heard her from the bathroom. I came back, paid my half of the bill, and said, good luck. Then I had the utilities switched to her name only. 48 hours later, she was calling saying she couldn't afford our apartment. Original post: I, 27 male, overheard the end of my relationship last Thursday night. Been with Madison, 26, for 2 years, living together for 8 months. We split everything 50-50. Rent, utilities, groceries. I make about $75,000 as a software developer. She makes around $45,000 in marketing. We were at this trendy restaurant downtown with her 3 best friends, Ashley, Brittany, and Kayla. Girls' night out plus the boyfriend. You know the drill. I excused myself to the bathroom after we ordered. The table was near the hallway to the restrooms, and as I was walking back, I heard my name. Madison's voice, crystal clear. Jason's sweet and all, but let's be real. He's just a placeholder until someone better comes along. Ashley laughed. Girl, you're terrible. What? I'm being honest. He pays half of everything. He's reliable. He's not awful to look at. But marriage material? Please. I'm just comfortable right now. How much longer are you going to string him along? Until something better shows up. Why struggle with rent when I don't have to? I stood frozen in that hallway. 2 years. 2 years of my life, and I'm a walking wallet with adequate looks. Took a deep breath. Walked back to the table like nothing happened. Madison smiled at me, grabbed my hand, the same hand she'd been holding 5 minutes ago while calling me a placeholder. Our food arrived. I ate mechanically, participated in conversation, smiled at appropriate times. When the check came, I pulled out my card. Just my portion, please, I told the waiter, pointing to my entree and drink. Madison blinked. Babe, we usually just split it. Not tonight. I stood up, looked her dead in the eyes. Good luck finding something better, Madison. The table went silent. I put down exact cash for my meal plus tip and walked out. My phone exploded before I even reached my car. Ignored it all. Drove home, packed an overnight bag, crashed at my buddy Eric's place. Friday morning, 8 a.m. sharp, I was on the phone with the utility companies. Everything was in my name because I'd moved in first. Gas, electric, internet, all of it. I need to transfer service to Madison Rodriguez, effective immediately. Sir, we'll need her authorization. She's on the account count as an authorized user. She lives there. I'm moving out. It took some back and forth, but I got it done. Gas and electric would switch Monday. Internet transferred immediately since it was month to month. I also canceled my portion of the streaming services we shared. Then I texted Madison, utilities are being transferred to your name. I'll be by tomorrow to get my stuff. Her response was instantaneous. Jason, WTF, we need to talk. Blocked. Saturday I showed up with Eric in his pickup truck. Madison was there with Brittany, both looking ready for battle. Jason, you're being ridiculous. It was just girl talk. Girl talk where you admitted I'm a placeholder you're using for financial convenience? Brittany jumped in. Everyone says things they don't mean sometimes. She meant it though. That's the problem. Loaded my gaming setup, my TV, my kitchen stuff. I'd bought most of it, my furniture from the bedroom. The apartment looked pretty bare when we were done. Madison started panic rambling. You can't just leave. Rent is due in 2 weeks. I can't afford $2,400 by myself. Should have thought about that before treating me like a financial placeholder. I make $45K. After taxes, that's like $2,900 a month. Rent alone would be 80% of my income. Sounds like a you problem. Good luck. Monday morning, 7:23 a.m., my phone rang from an unknown number. It was Madison, crying. The power company says I need a $400 deposit because I have no credit history with them. The gas company wants $300. I don't have $700 just sitting around. I hung up. Update 1. It's been a week since the restaurant incident, and the entitlement has reached astronomical levels. First, Madison tried the emotional manipulation route. Got her mom, Patricia, to call me. This woman who'd been nothing but sweet to me for 2 years suddenly turned into a harridan. Jason, how dare you abandon my daughter like this? Over a misunderstanding. Patricia, she literally said I'm a placeholder she's using for financial convenience. She didn't mean it that way. How else could he's just a placeholder until someone better comes along mean? You're supposed to love her unconditionally. That's not how love works, Patricia. That's how being a doormat works. She called me several creative names before I hung up. Then came the social media campaign. Madison posted this sob story about how I financially abused her by suddenly transferring utilities without warning, leaving her in a dangerous situation. Her friends piled on in the comments about toxic masculinity and fragile male egos. I posted one response. Interesting how planning to leave me for someone better while using me for rent money isn't considered financial abuse. Then, I posted the screenshot I'd wisely taken of her utility account, showing her as an authorized user for the past 8 months. The post disappeared within an hour. Tuesday, Madison's dad, Robert, showed up at my work. Security called me down to the lobby. Jason, let's handle this like men. Okay. Madison made a mistake. She's young. She says stupid things. You're really gonna ruin her life over words? I'm not ruining anything. I'm just no longer subsidizing it. She can't afford that apartment. Then she should move. She shouldn't have to uproot her life because you got your feelings hurt. My feelings? I laughed. Robert, your daughter admitted she's been using me as a human ATM while shopping for my replacement. That's not hurt feelings, that's fraud. I'll sue you for breach of oral contract. What contract? The one where she pretends to love me in exchange for half her bills? Please do. I'd love to see that in court. He stormed out. Wednesday brought the nuclear option. Madison showed up at Eric's place at 11 p.m., drunk, with Ashley and Qley in tow. I know you're in there, Jason. We need to talk. Eric looked at me. Want me to call the cops? Nah, let's see this play out. I went to the door, didn't open it. Madison, you're drunk. Go home. I am home. You're my home. I love you. You love my wallet. That's not true. I said something stupid. Haven't you ever said something you didn't mean? The thing is, Madison, you did mean it. You meant every word. You're just upset you got caught. She started ugly crying. Ashley tried a different approach. Jason, be reasonable. Madison's about to lose the apartment. Her credit will be ruined. And it's your fault. How is her inability to afford her lifestyle my fault? You knew she couldn't afford it alone when you left. Yeah, that's typically what happens when you tell your meal ticket they're temporary. Qley jumped in. You're being petty and vindictive. I'm being logical. She viewed our relationship as a financial arrangement. I terminated the arrangement. Simple business. Madison wailed louder. I'll be homeless. No, you'll just have to get a cheaper apartment, or a roommate, or move back with your parents who seem very concerned about your welfare. This is financial abuse. Eric couldn't help himself. He laughed. Lady, you literally admitted to financially abusing him. They left after another 10 minutes of dramatics, but not before Madison sent one final text. You ruined my life. I'll never forgive you for this. Thursday afternoon, I got a call from our former landlord, Mr. Tiber Peterson, blessing of a man. Jason, Madison's trying to break the lease, says you abandoned her and she can't afford it. I'm still on the lease, Mr. Peterson. I'll pay my half through the end. That's what I told her. She said she's going to sue you for the other half. She can try. Between you and me, son, I heard what she said about you from Ashley. She's my neighbor's daughter. You did the right thing. Madison's been telling people for months she was waiting for someone with more money. Well, that was validating in the most painful way possible. Friday, the utilities got shut off. Madison had never paid the deposits. She called me screaming. I'm sitting in the dark, no power, no internet. This is insane. Did you pay the deposits? I couldn't afford them. Then pay them now. I can't. Rent is due Monday and I only have $1,800. Sounds like you need to make some choices. You're evil. You're destroying my life out of spite. Madison, I'm literally just not paying your bills anymore. That's not spite, that's boundaries. She hung up on me. Update 2. Week 2 brought out Madison's true colors in spectacular fashion. Saturday morning, she tried a new strategy. Showed up at my company's parking lot looking like she'd stepped out of a magazine. Full makeup, the sundress I'd bought her for her birthday, her hair done exactly how I used to compliment it. Jason, can we talk? Please? We're talking, I mean really talk, about us. There is no us. She stepped closer, put her hand on my chest. I miss you, I miss us, I was an idiot. You were honest. For once. I wasn't. I was showing off for my friends. You know how Ashley is, she's always bragging about guys throwing money at her. I just wanted to sound cool. By degrading me? I didn't mean it. She actually teared up. Jason, please, I love you. We can work through this. Madison, you just tried to seduce me in a parking lot to get me to pay your bills. That's not love, that's prostitution. The mask dropped. Her face went from tearful to venomous in half a second. You bastard. You're really gonna let me become homeless? You're not becoming homeless, you're becoming responsible for yourself. I'll tell everyone you abused me. Go ahead, I have screenshots of your authorized user status on all utilities for 8 months. I have texts of you acknowledging the relationship was fine until that dinner. I have witnesses to what you said. She stomped off, but not before teeing my car. Thank God for parking lot cameras. Sunday, her friend Brittany tried playing mediator. Called me up, all sweet. Jason, honey, let's be adults about this. Madison's learned her lesson. What lesson? That actions have consequences? She knows she messed up, but destroying her life isn't proportional to some silly words. Brittany, if the words were silly, why is everyone so upset that I took them seriously? You know what I mean. I really don't. She said I'm temporary. I made it permanent. Problem solved. She's going to have to move back with her parents. Okay. In their basement. And? She's 26. It's humiliating. More humiliating than finding out your girlfriend thinks you're a walking ATM? She hung up. Monday D-Day for rent. Madison had 48 hours to pay or face late fees. Tuesday evening, I got a call from Ashley. You win, okay? You win. She can't pay rent. She's packing. I didn't win anything. I lost 2 years with someone who was using me. Oh please, like you didn't benefit. She cooked for you, cleaned, slept with you. Are you seriously listing basic relationship activities as transactions? You got what you wanted out of it too. I wanted a partner. I got a dependent who was shopping for my replacement. You're such a victim. No, I'm just not an ATM anymore. Wednesday, the mass texts started. Madison sent the same message to literally everyone we mutually knew. Jason abandoned me with no warning, transferred all utilities to my name without telling me, and is refusing to help with rent despite knowing I can't afford it alone. This is financial abuse, and I'm considering legal action. My response to the group. Madison announced to her friends that I'm just a placeholder until someone better comes along and that she was using me for financial convenience. I chose to stop being used. All utilities were in my name. She was an authorized user for 8 months. I gave her 3 days notice about the transfer. I'm still paying my half of rent through the lease. This is called consequences, not abuse. The group chat exploded. Some people sided with her, some with me, most just wanted popcorn. Thursday, I got served. Actually served. Madison found some ambulance chaser to file a civil suit for promissory estoppel and unjust enrichment. The lawsuit claimed I had promised to support her financially and she had relied on that promise to her detriment. I took it straight to my cousin who's a lawyer. He laughed for 5 minutes straight. She admitted, with witnesses, that she was using you temporarily for money. She wants to sue you for stopping that arrangement. This is incredible. I'm taking this case pro bono just for the entertainment value. Friday morning, Madison's dad called again. Drop the attitude and help my daughter or we're going forward with the lawsuit. Robert, your daughter admitted to fraud. She entered a relationship under false pretenses for financial gain. I could countersue for emotional damages and probably win. You wouldn't dare. Try me. Silence. Then, what if we pay you back for the utilities? Call it even? There's nothing to call even. I'm done subsidizing Madison's lifestyle. You're really gonna make her move home? I'm not making her do anything. Her choices are. That evening, I heard from Mr. Peterson that Madison had officially broken the lease and forfeited her security deposit. She was moving out that weekend. Final update. It's been a month since the restaurant incident. Time for the final update on this disaster. Madison moved back with her parents 2 weeks ago, but not before one last extinction burst of entitlement that was truly spectacular. The day before move-out, she hosted a moving party and invited all our mutual friends. Posted it on social media as celebrating new beginnings after surviving financial abuse. About 15 people showed up to help her pack and hear her victim story. Eric was there. He's friends with everyone. And gave me the play-by-play. Madison held court in the empty living room, telling everyone how I'd trapped her in an expensive apartment knowing she couldn't afford it alone, then vindictively abandoned her. He literally changed everything to my name while I was at work. No warning. Eric couldn't resist. Didn't you have 3 days warning? Whose side are you on? The truths. She apparently went on a 20-minute rant about how men use financial power to control women, how I'd isolated her from cheaper housing options, and how the system was rigged against her. Then someone asked the question, wait, why did he leave though? Dead silence. Madison tried to deflect. We had a disagreement. Ashley, drunk on cheap wine, laughed. Girl, tell them what you really said. Madison went pale. Kayla tried to shush Ashley, but drunk Ashley was on a roll. She called him a placeholder. Said she was just using him until someone better came along. At dinner, while he was in the bathroom, it was savage. The room got very quiet. A few people started making excuses to leave. Madison tried damage control. It was taken out of context. What context? Eric asked. The context where you were using him for money while looking for someone richer. The party ended shortly after that. But Madison wasn't done. That weekend, she created a GoFundMe titled, Help Me Rebuild After Financial Abuse. Goal, $5,000. Description: a 3-paragraph sob story about how her ex-boyfriend strategically abandoned her with no warning, leaving her homeless and in debt. She raised $127, all from her mom. My cousin sent her lawyer a cease and desist letter regarding the false accusations of abuse and the GoFundMe fraud. The page came down within 24 hours. Then came the last, desperate play. Madison showed up at my new apartment. I'd finally gotten my own place with a proposition. She was dressed to kill, holding a bottle of my favorite whiskey. Hear me out. No. Jason, please. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. I know I messed up. I said horrible things, but we were good together, weren't we? For 2 years? I thought we were. You were apparently just comfortable. I was stupid. I was influenced by Ashley and her gold digger mentality. So it's Ashley's fault? No, I mean, I take responsibility. But Jason, think about it. We could start over. Fresh. I'll get my own place, we can date properly, build back trust. Madison, you just tried to crowdfund your bills while calling me an abuser. What trust? She switched tactics. Okay, what if we just go back to how things were? I'll move back in, we split everything. You mean I pay half of everything while you look for my replacement? I won't, I swear. I learned my lesson. What lesson? That you need to be more careful about what you say when I might hear? Her final form emerged. The real Madison. You're really going to throw away 2 years over one comment? Yes. You're pathetic. You know that? A real man would fight for the relationship. A real partner wouldn't call me a placeholder. I gave you the best 2 years of my life. No, you gave me 2 years of lies while waiting for someone richer. You'll never find anyone like me. That's the goal. She threw the whiskey bottle at my door and stormed off. It didn't break, so... free whiskey, I guess? The aftermath? Madison is living in her parents' basement, working the same job, complaining on social media about how impossible the rental market is. Her friends have distanced themselves after the party incident. Ashley actually apologized to me via text for encouraging Madison's gold digger phase. Didn't respond, but it was interesting. Robert and Patricia still think I'm Satan incarnate, but they're also apparently charging Madison $500 per month rent, so that's ironic. The lawsuit was dropped after my cousin counter-threatened with a fraud case. Madison's lawyer apparently told her she had no case and was lucky I wasn't suing her. Mr. Peterson kept my half of the security deposit as agreed and returned it to me. He also told me Madison tried to claim damages to get her deposit back, but he had photos from before proving everything was already worn. As for me, I'm doing okay. Living alone for the first time in a while is weird but peaceful. No more walking on eggshells, no more wondering if my partner actually loves me or just my wallet. Started therapy to work through the trust issues this whole thing created. My cousin framed the threatening legal letter Madison's lawyer sent. He calls it the most entitled piece of fiction he's ever read. It's hanging in his office. Looking back, the red flags were there. The way she'd joke about marrying rich, how she'd get irritated when I suggested cheaper date options, how she followed multiple hypergamy influencers on Instagram. I just thought it was harmless fun. Lesson learned. The funniest part? Last week, Brittany reached out. Apparently, Madison had been telling everyone for months that she was settling with me and waiting for something better. Multiple people knew, and no one told me. Really makes you reconsider who your friends are. But the absolute peak happened yesterday. Madison texted from a new number. I know you hate me, but I wanted you to know. Trevor asked me out, and I said no because I realized what I had with you was real. I choose you. Trevor is her coworker who makes $150. I looked him up on LinkedIn. He's married. I replied, Trevor Martinez? The one with the wedding ring? No response. Some people never learn. Anyway, that's the end of this saga. To everyone saying I was too harsh, I disagree. I spent 2 years building a life with someone who saw me as temporary furniture. The least I could do was take myself out of the equation and let her figure out her own life. To the people asking if I regret it, only that I didn't hear her comment sooner. Could have saved myself a lot of time and money. Thanks for following along. I'm gonna go enjoy my overpriced apartment in peace. Peace out. Edit. Since many asked, yes, everything was legal. No, I don't feel bad. She admitted to using me while looking for someone better. The only thing I did was stop being used. If that ruined her life, maybe her life was built on a pretty shaky foundation to begin with. My girlfriend said, I love you, but I need to live alone to miss you more. I said, okay. I moved her into a studio apartment and stopped paying her bills. She called a week later crying because missing me didn't pay the rent. I, 31 male, got blindsided about 3 weeks ago. My girlfriend, 28, and I had been together for almost 2 years. She'd been living in my condo for about 14 months, not paying rent, not on the lease, just there, using my place as her home base, while working her part-time barista gig and trying to figure out what she wanted to do with her life. I paid for everything. Rent, utilities, groceries, internet, subscriptions. She'd chip in maybe $200 a month for random stuff, act like she was contributing equally. I didn't mind at first, thought we were building something together. Then came the conversation. We were having dinner, that I cooked, using groceries I bought. When she got all serious, babe, I need to talk to you about something important. My stomach dropped. That tone never means anything good. Okay? I love you. Like, so much. You're amazing, and I don't want you to think this is about you. Red flag number 1. This isn't about you. Always means it's absolutely about you. I've been doing a lot of self-reflection lately, reading this book about personal growth and independence, and I realized something. She paused dramatically, like she was about to drop some profound wisdom. I think we need to live separately for a while. I just stared at her. You want to break up? No. God, no. I love you, but I need to live alone, to miss you more, to appreciate what we have. Right now, we're together all the time, and I think we're losing that spark, that excitement of anticipating seeing each other. I put my fork down. So you want to move out but stay together? Exactly. It'll make our relationship stronger. Absence makes the heart grow fonder, right? We can still see each other, have date nights, sleep over sometimes, but I need my own space to grow as a person. The way she said it, like she'd been rehearsing, probably had this whole speech planned. Where would you live? Well, I've been looking at studios. There's this cute place about 20 minutes from here. Super affordable. How affordable? Like $1,100 a month plus utilities. But I can totally handle it. She made $1,400 a month at the coffee shop, working maybe 25 hours a week. I did the math in my head. Rent, utilities, food, phone, car insurance, gas. The numbers didn't work. You can handle $1,100 rent on your salary? I'll pick up more shifts, and I've been meaning to look for a better job anyway. This will motivate me. Something clicked. She wanted her own place but expected me to bankroll it. Keep paying her phone bill, her car insurance, buying her groceries, covering date nights. She wanted independence without the actual responsibility. When were you thinking of moving? Soon. Like end of the month. I already talked to the landlord and she's holding the place for me. I just need first month's rent and deposit. How much is the deposit? $1,100, so $2,200 total to move in. She looked at me expectantly, like I was supposed to offer right then and there. I took a breath, made a decision. You know what? You're right. Her face lit up. Really? Yeah, If you need space to appreciate us more, I support that. Let's get you moved in this weekend. Oh my God, thank you. I knew you'd understand. You're the best. She hugged me, practically bouncing with excitement. What she didn't know, I just decided to take her at her exact word. She wanted independence. She was getting it. All of it. Update 1. That weekend was educational. I helped her move into the studio. It was tiny, like 400 square feet, barely bigger than my living room, but she loved it. Kept talking about how cozy and mine it was. I paid the $2,200 move-in cost. She thanked me repeatedly, promised she'd pay me back once she got more shifts. The whole time I was moving boxes, I was also running calculations in my head, making lists, preparing. Sunday night, after we got her settled, I went home to my peaceful, suddenly much quieter condo. Monday morning, I got to work. First stop, phone provider. She was on my family plan as an additional line for $30 a month. Called them up, explained I needed to remove a line. They asked if I wanted to transfer the number to her own account. No thanks, just disconnect it. Done. Next, car insurance. She was on my policy as an additional driver since she'd totaled her previous car last year and couldn't afford her own coverage. Called my agent. I need to remove someone from my policy. No problem. Effective when? Today. That one felt good. Her insurance alone would run her about $180 a month with her driving record. Then, subscriptions. Netflix, Hulu, HBO, Disney Plus, Spotify Premium. She used them all constantly. Logged into each account, removed her profile, changed passwords. Food delivery apps. I'd saved my card on her phone for emergencies that happened 3 times a week. Removed payment info from her DoorDash, Uber Eats, all of them. Gym membership. She was on my couple's plan at $40 per month. Went to the gym during lunch, told them she'd be needing her own membership going forward. They said she'd need to come in and sign up herself. Single membership was $75 a month. By 5 p.m. Monday, I'd cut every financial tie except one. The Venmo Zelle trail proving I'd paid her move-in costs. Tuesday afternoon, she texted me. Hey babe, my phone isn't working, says service disconnected. Oh yeah, forgot to mention, since you're living independently now, figured you'd want your own phone plan. You can sign up at any carrier store. What? Phone plans aren't that expensive if you shop around. Probably $50 to $60 a month. Dots appeared and disappeared. Then, I don't have money for that, Aaron. You mentioned picking up more shifts? Yeah, but not till next week. Okay, so handle it next week. More dots, then nothing. Wednesday morning, different approach. Can you add me back to our plan just till I get more hours, please? Nah, you wanted independence. Part of that is handling your own bills. Or being petty. I'm being supportive of your personal growth. Thursday, reality started hitting. Why did you cancel my gym membership? Didn't cancel it, just took you off my couple's plan. You can sign up for your own. That's like $75. Yeah, adulting is expensive. I can't afford that, Aaron. Then maybe work out at home? YouTube has free videos. This isn't funny. Not trying to be funny. You wanted to live independently. This is what that looks like. Friday afternoon, 1 week since the move, my doorbell rang. Checked the camera. Her, looking upset. I opened the door. What's up? Can I come in? Kind of busy right now. What do you need? Her jaw dropped. I'd never not let her in before. I need to talk to you. Okay, talk. Out here? Yeah, I've got a work call in 15 minutes. That was a lie, but whatever. Fine, I need money. For what? Rent is due tomorrow. I don't have it. Didn't you say you could totally handle $1,100? I thought you'd still help me. Help you pay rent on the apartment you wanted so you could miss me more? Yes. Why would I do that? Because you love me. Because we're together. We're together, but you're living independently. That means independent finances. That's not what I meant. What did you mean? She faltered. Couldn't say it out loud, that she wanted the appearance of independence while I continued funding her lifestyle. I meant, I just needed space physically, not financially. Should have specified that before moving out. You're being a jerk. I can't believe you're doing this to me. Doing what? Respecting your decision to live alone? You know I can't afford this without help. Then maybe you should have thought about that before signing a lease. I signed it because I thought we were a team. Teams communicate. You didn't communicate that you expected me to pay your rent. You said you could handle it. She started crying. I'm gonna get evicted. Leases usually have a grace period. 5 days or so. You've got time to figure it out. How am I supposed to figure out $1,100 in 5 days? Pick up those extra shifts you mentioned? Ask your parents? Get a credit card? I don't know, but those are independent person solutions. My parents will freak out. Then don't tell them you signed a lease you can't afford. I hate you right now. That's fair, but you'll probably miss me more from your own apartment like you wanted. She stormed off. I went back inside feeling weirdly calm. My phone blew up for the next 3 hours. Mix of texts. Please, I need help, or punishing me for wanting space. This is abusive. I can't believe her doing this. Fine, be that way. I'm sorry, can we talk? Please answer me. I answered once. You wanted independence. I'm giving it to you. Good luck with everything. Then I muted her notifications and ordered pizza. Update 2, week 2 was when the real entitlement kicked into overdrive. Saturday morning, she showed up at my door again. This time with her mom. Oh boy. I opened the door to both of them, looking at me like I'd personally victimized their entire family. We need to talk, the mom said. About what? About how you're treating my daughter. How am I treating her? You kicked her out and cut her off financially. She asked to move out. I helped her move. Those are her words, not mine. My girlfriend jumped in. I told you I wanted space to miss you, not to be abandoned. You're not abandoned. You have your own apartment, your own space, exactly what you asked for. Her mom, she can't afford it. She's going to be homeless. She signed the lease knowing the rent amount. That's on her. You let her think you'd help. I never said that. She assumed it. My girlfriend started crying again. She'd been doing that a lot lately. You paid for me to move in. That meant you were supporting this. I supported your decision to move, past tense. The move happened. Support ended. That's semantics. No, that's clear boundaries. Her mom got in my face, literally stepped closer, trying to intimidate me. You're gonna give her money for rent, or we're gonna have problems. Is that a threat? It's a promise. Cool. If you threaten me again, I'll call the cops. Both of you need to leave my property. Your property? She lived here for over a year. She was a guest, never on the lease, never paid rent. Guest privileges got revoked when she moved out. My girlfriend looked betrayed. I can't believe you're saying this in front of my mom. Your mom showed up at my door making demands. This is what happens. Her mom tried again. She needs $1,100 by tomorrow or she's evicted. Then you should give it to her. I can't afford that. Neither can I. That was a lie. I could absolutely afford it. I just wasn't going to. You make way more than I do, the mom shouted. How's that relevant to your daughter's lease? My girlfriend sobbed harder. Please, please just help me this once. I'll pay you back, I swear. With what income? I'll get more shifts. You've been saying that for weeks. I will. Cool. Get the shifts, make the money, pay your rent. That's how independent adults do it. Her mom looked disgusted. You're heartless. She loved you, gave you 2 years of her life, and lived rent-free in my home for 14 months. We're even. That's not how relationships work. You're right, in relationships people communicate honestly about expectations. She didn't. She moved out expecting a free ride to continue. That's on her. They left after more crying and accusations. I deadbolted the door and made coffee. That afternoon, mutual friends started texting me. She'd gone full victim mode on social media, apparently. Not mentioning my name, but posting vague stuff about someone who claimed to love me, abandoning me in my time of need. One friend called me directly. Dude, what happened? I explained the whole situation. The move, the assumptions, the financial cutoff. Oh, she left out the part where she asked to move out. Shocking. Yeah, she's making it sound like you just randomly kicked her out and stopped supporting her. She wanted independence, got mad when I gave it to her. That's pretty cold though, man. Is it? She's 28. She signed a lease. She's responsible for her rent. But you were together. We still are, technically. But she wanted to live separately. That means separate finances. I guess. Just seems harsh. Know what's harsh? Manipulating someone into paying your bills while pretending you want personal growth. He didn't have a response to that. Monday I got a call from a number I didn't recognize. Answered anyway. Hello? Hi, this is calling from the property management company. I'm calling about apartment 2B. Oh, this was gonna be good. I don't live there. Right, but you paid the move-in costs for the tenant? I helped someone move in, yes. Well, rent is now 5 days late and we can't reach the tenant. We were hoping you could help us contact her. I'm not her emergency contact, not sure why you're calling me. Your name is on the payment receipt for the deposit. Okay, I made a one-time payment. That doesn't make me responsible for ongoing rent. Is there any way you could pass along a message to her? We're not really in contact right now. Oh, well, if you do speak with her, please let her know we need payment immediately, or we'll begin eviction proceedings. Will do. Hung up. She'd apparently been dodging their calls. Smart. Wednesday night, 9 days after she moved in, she showed up at midnight. Banging on my door. I didn't open it. Use the intercom. It's midnight. Go home. I can't. They're evicting me. Okay. That's all you have to say. What do you want me to say? Help me how? Give me money for rent. No. Please, I'll do anything. Anything except get a better job or live within your means? You're being cruel. I'm being honest. I love you. You love the lifestyle I provided, not me. Silence. Then that's not true. Prove it. Show me you can be independent like you wanted. Handle your own stuff. I can't. Then you made a poor decision moving out. More crying, more begging. I turned off the intercom and went back to bed. Thursday morning, she texted from her friend's phone. I'm staying at my friend's. Had to leave the apartment. They changed the locks. Are you happy now? I replied, did you tell your friend you moved out to miss me more, or did you skip that part? No response. Friday, her mom called me. I almost didn't answer, but curiosity won. Yes? My daughter is on my couch, crying. She lost her apartment. Okay. This is your fault. How? You were supposed to take care of her. She's an adult. She takes care of herself. She relied on you. She shouldn't have. You led her on. I helped her move when she asked. Nothing more. You owe her. For what? For wasting 2 years of her life. I actually laughed. She wasted 2 years living rent-free? Sounds like she came out ahead. You're disgusting. I'm realistic. Your daughter wanted to play independent adult without the work. She learned a lesson. She learned you're a user. She lived in my home, ate my food, used my subscriptions, didn't pay rent, then moved out expecting it all to continue. Who's the user? The mom hung up on me. That evening, my girlfriend showed up one more time. She looked exhausted. Can we please talk? Actually talk. I opened the door but didn't invite her in. What? I messed up. I know I did. I wanted my own space, but I didn't think about the money stuff. I thought we'd figure it out together. You didn't communicate that. I know. I'm sorry. Can we start over? Start over how? I move back in. We forget this happened. No. Why not? Because you showed me who you are. Someone who makes decisions without thinking through consequences, then expects someone else to fix it. I made a mistake. You made a calculated choice. You wanted freedom and support. You can't have both. So that's it? We're done? We're done the way we were. If you want to try again, get your life together first. Get a real job. Get a place you can afford. Prove you can be independent. That could take months. Then it takes months. You won't even help me? Help you how? Pay your bills? That's not help, that's enabling. I hate that you're right. I know. She left. Didn't slam the door, didn't yell, just left. I haven't heard from her since. Update 3, final. It's been about 6 weeks since she moved out. Time to wrap this up since people keep asking what happened. The week after our last conversation, I heard through friends that she'd moved back in with her parents, 2 hours away. Had to quit the barista job since she couldn't commute. Her mom was apparently furious with both of us, me for abandoning her daughter, and her daughter for being stupid enough to move out without a plan. At least the mom had some sense. Week 3, she texted from yet another friend's phone. I get it now. You were right. I wasn't ready to live alone. I'm sorry. I didn't respond. Week 4, different number. Can we meet up and talk? I miss you. Still didn't respond. Last week, she finally gave up on the texting and sent an email. Long one. Basically said she'd been selfish, immature, didn't understand how money worked, thought I'd just take care of everything like always. Said she was working on herself, seeing a therapist, trying to get a better job. Ended with, I know I don't deserve another chance, but I hope you'll consider it someday. I replied, I appreciate the apology. I hope you're actually working on yourself and not just saying it. But no, I'm not interested in trying again. Good luck with everything. She responded within minutes. Really? After everything we had? We didn't have anything real. We had a comfortable arrangement where I paid for your life and you enjoyed it. That's not a relationship. That's not fair. It's accurate. So we're just done? Just like that? I was done when you moved out, expecting me to keep funding you. This is just the official ending. I hope we're happy. I am, actually. Thanks. And that was it. Blocked her email. Blocked every number she'd texted from. Done. As for me, my condo is peaceful. My bank account is healthier. Turns out not supporting another adult saves a ton of money. Who knew? I'm not dating anyone new yet. Not really interested. This whole thing taught me to pay attention to patterns. The entitlement didn't come out of nowhere. Looking back, there were signs the whole 2 years. She never offered to split bills, just assumed I'd cover everything. When I suggested she get a full-time job, she'd say she was still figuring things out. She'd make big purchases on my credit card without asking, then act surprised when I was annoyed. Anytime I set a boundary, she'd cry until I backed down. She'd tell friends I was so generous, like it was my defining trait, not like I was her partner. I ignored all of it because she was fun, attractive, and made me feel needed. Turns out being needed and being used look pretty similar if you're not paying attention. The entitlement finale, though? 2 weeks ago, her mom called from a new number. I answered by accident. I'm calling to demand you reimburse my daughter for the deposit on that apartment. No. She lost the deposit because of you. She lost it because she didn't pay rent. If you hadn't cut her off, if she'd been honest about expecting financial support, we could have had a real conversation. She wasn't. She faced consequences. That's life. I'm gonna sue you. For what? Helping someone move? Good luck with that. Talk to a lawyer, they'll tell you the same thing. You're a terrible person. I'm a person with boundaries. Your daughter didn't like that. She hung up. Haven't heard from either of them since. Some friends think I was too harsh, that I should have eased her into independence instead of cutting her off cold turkey. But here's the thing, she's 28. She chose to sign a lease. She chose not to discuss finances beforehand. She chose to assume I'd keep paying for everything while she played grown-up. I didn't create her problems. I just stopped solving them. The satisfying part? She wanted space to miss me more. Well, she's got all the space she needs now, and I guarantee she misses the money more than she ever missed me. That's the real lesson here. When someone says they want something from you, take them at their word. She wanted independence. I gave her exactly that. If that's not what she actually wanted, she should have said so. Not my job to read minds or bankroll adults who refuse to adult. Final score. She's back with her parents at 28. No apartment, no job in the area, probably in therapy discussing how her ex abandoned her. I'm in my paid-off condo, enjoying the quiet, saving money, and learning what actual red flags look like. I'll call that a win. To anyone in a similar situation, if someone in your life only values what you provide and not who you are, you're not in a relationship. You're a bank, close the account. Done with this chapter, time to find someone who wants a partner, not a parent. Peace out.